Welcome. Today I'm going to be explaining why you should never date a fat girl. And I know that seems like it should be common sense, but a lot of people aren't getting the message. So I'm going to lay it down for y'all real smooth. Now I have to clarify. Not all fat people are these blubby wumper, you know, fucking blimposaurus type creatures that you shouldn't touch sexually with a million-foot pole. There are some overweight women who are all kinds of fine. Like, I don't care if you're 100 pounds overweight. If it comes with a set of triple E tits and a fat ass and some nice thick thighs, girl, we can have all kinds of fun together. I'm talking about the type of woman who is so fucking fat that you can't even tell whether or not she's a man or a woman when you're looking at her from behind in silhouette format. Alright? There is curvy, but when your whole physical shape looks like an O, there's a problem. And that's one of the most confusing parts about fat acceptance and fat culture, is this notion that curvy and obese are the same thing, which they are not. A curvy woman has big tits, a fat ass, thick thighs. I mean, I'm getting excited just thinking about it. An obese woman looks like somebody injected her with a fire hose that shot mashed potatoes. There is a colossal difference between the two. And that is one of the worst things the fat acceptance movement has done, is try to blur the lines between, for example, Beyonce and I don't even know her fucking name, that fat bitch from, damn it, what's the movie? Um, Pitch Perfect, there we go. Fat women have a ton of health problems, from diabetes to heart conditions to high blood pressure. The list goes on and on and on. These are issues you won't have to deal with if your woman is a healthy weight. And these are issues that are only going to get worse as time progresses. Every donut she eats, every scoop of ice cream she shovels down her hoggish maw is going to contribute to the fact that she is basically slowly killing herself with junk food, which makes her insecure. Fat girls know they aren't pretty, okay? Everyone knows fat girls are ugly. They know they are ugly, which is why they are even more insecure than skinny girls. However, because of stupid things like the body positivity movement, they think that it is acceptable to run around and act like they're hot shit, which they aren't. You know they aren't. I know they aren't. We all know they aren't, but they want to pretend that they think they are, even though they know they're not. It's a load of bullshit that you will not have to deal with if your girl is average weight. These fat chicks, they are higher maintenance than their lean counterparts, even though they are less desirable than their lean counterparts. But they will act like they are more desirable than women who actually understand that there is such a thing as having eaten enough, and a gym is not something you just walk past on your way to the food court. This is why fat girls will constantly be shit testing you. They will always be asking you how they look in this, how they look in that, why are you going there, why aren't you willing to go and do this. They will constantly outdo their skinny counterparts with their demands because, as a fat girl, she has to double dog test your devotion because otherwise she doesn't know that she has it. Now, you can't really blame a fat girl for shit testing you because obesity is associated with a number of mental disorders in a weird circular ripple effect that other conditions do not have. For example, one of the leading causes of depression is obesity, but one of the leading causes of obesity is depression. One of the leading causes of anxiety is obesity. One of the leading causes of obesity is anxiety. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that these women live in, which is unfortunate, but remember, you as a autonomous, free individual are in no way obligated to save somebody else from the fucked up situation they happen to be in. But I'll give fat girls credit because they do take the title for "it is never going to end well" away from every other type of woman. At least with a vegan, maybe she'll start eating meat or maybe she'll fuck off. At least with a traveler, maybe she'll stop traveling. At least with a woman who has a career, she might quit her job. At least with a woman who, I don't fucking know, is doing some dumbass shit that makes her unmarriageable, she might stop doing it. But when it comes to a fat girl, it is always going to end poorly for you. Dating a fat girl ends one of two ways. Way number one, she'll eat herself to death. As in, she will just keep consuming until she dies. You know, like diabetes or a heart attack or a stroke. One of them will come to claim her sooner or later. She will continue getting fatter and fatter until either the medical bills drive you out of house and home, or she dies as a result of the medical conditions that she has eaten herself into. Now, while this may seem scary to a man, there's always option two, which is that she loses all the weight, she becomes hot and sexy, she is all of the things you wish she was when you met her, but this, in its own right, is worse than her just being fat. Because when she loses the weight, she's gonna start looking elsewhere. Your miserable ass was her rock bottom. I'm not saying that to be a dick, I'm saying that because it's true. As soon as she loses a bunch of weight, she is going to think she can do better than you, which she fucking can. I mean, if you are the type of guy who is gonna date a lard ass, and she becomes a lean cuisine-esque woman, your ass is grass. She's gonna move on. She's gonna find a guy who is better than you, and she is going to be with him. It's unfortunate for you, but it's your own fault because you decided to date her Bobby Wumba Bump Blimposaurus fat as fuck ass in the first place. But don't take my word for it. I've left links in the description to men talking about their experiences dating fat women. I have left links in the description to women talking about why you should date fat girls. I have left links in the description of various articles which can be summarized as fat chicks begging guys who have standards to abandon those standards and date them. So, if you still believe that a fat girl can make a decent dating companion, let a man know, because I am a bowl of curiosity. I don't see it, but maybe you can make me see it. Thank you for watching.